everybody, and welcome to another episode of Overtime, everybody. I am Austin Arnold. Joined by us in a little bit will be Ben McMillen, my co-host and co-producer. But now let's get to the men's basketball team. They went to Buffalo yesterday to take on the Bulls for a chance to win the 2 seed. Let's see how they did. The Kent State men's basketball team took a hard loss on the road to Buffalo by a final score of 67-81, as Tervel Beck was the team high scorer for the Golden Flashes at 19 points. And with no Danny Pippen and no Justin Hamilton, it was hard to come by all day long for the Flashes, as they were not able to pass Buffalo at all. The Kent State Golden Flashes finished with the 4 seed this year in the regular season and will have to play OU in the first game of the MAC tournament for the Golden Flashes, which will begin on Thursday, March 11th at 1:30 p.m. The winner of that game will go on to play the winner of Toledo versus Ball State, as Toledo is the 1 seed and Ball State is the 8 seed. Toledo beat Ball State yesterday by a final score of 89-70, and Ball State beat Toledo 81-67 on February 6th. Get ready for MACtion basketball, all starting Thursday next week.
The men's basketball team isn't the only one preparing for the MAC championships. Let's take a look at how the women's team performed against Akron earlier today.
Let's take things to a Saturday rivalry matchup at the MAC between Kent State and Akron. Getting things started early, Kate Shoemate gets the pass, pins the ears back, and drives to the rim for 2. Keeping it rolling early, Shoemate finds Lindsay Thal, who doesn't need much space, and buries the three-pointer, capping off a 12-2 run for Kent State in front of the home crowd. Kendall Miller, looking to get things going for Akron, drives to the left, puts it up, and it bounces and finds home just in the nick of time, ending the first quarter. Nyla Blackford, in case you forgot, great at basketball, fights through the contact, earning the three-point play. Offensive rebounds were huge for Kent State in this one, with Kate Shoemate fighting for the rebound and earning some second-chance points. Casey Santoro starts off the second half with finding a lane and fighting through some physicality for a well-earned bucket. Jordan Dawson, looking to keep Akron in the game late, fires up the 3 and it finds home, tying it up. But just when you need a clutch three-pointer, you're going to call Mariah Modkin's number. You're going to call 5. She's going to make it when she needs to, icing the game for Kent State. They win this one 64-58, granting Kent State the 5th seed in the MAC championships. They take on Buffalo this Wednesday.
With basketball season coming to a close and the MAC championships right around the corner, a lot of Kent State Flashes sports are coming to the forefront now. Let's take a look at some of the other Kent State sports happening around campus right now. The Kent State women's volleyball team took on the Miami Redhawks yesterday and on Thursday in a 2-game series. On Thursday, the volleyball team beat Miami by a final score of 3-0, but yesterday fell to the Miami Redhawks by a score of 3-1. The Redhawks and the Flashes exchange wins and losses, as both of them finished 1-1 in the series. And what's next for the Kent State volleyball team, you may ask? Well, they go on the road to face Ball State next Thursday and next Friday. Next Thursday's game is at 7 p.m. And on next Friday's game, that is at 2 p.m. The Kent State Golden Flash volleyball team are 6-0 on the road, and they are 9-4 overall and 9-4 in the conference. Both of these teams have not met this season.
Taking a deeper look around Kent State athletics, the softball team was in action at the Easton T-Town Showdown, hosted by the Alabama Crimson Tide. After dropping the doubleheader to Alabama, the Golden Flashes bounced back in strong fashion with a win over South Alabama and look to beat Northern Iowa tomorrow before heading home. The women's lacrosse team dropped a game on Wednesday to Robert Morris, 3-18, but look to bounce back tomorrow in strong fashion as they travel to Cincinnati for a matchup with the Bearcats. The Kent State women's soccer team got off to a strong season start with a 1-0 win over the Buffalo Bulls. They look to keep things rolling tomorrow in a wagon wheel matchup at home against the University of Akron. Closing things off for Kent State, the gymnastics team has their second to last regular season meet tomorrow as they host the Ball State Cardinals for a match.
The Kent State men's baseball team took on the Mississippi State Bulldogs yesterday and today, as they were originally supposed to play the West Virginia Mountaineers. Those games were obviously canceled due to COVID protocols. But regardless, they took on the Mississippi State Bulldogs yesterday and today. Yesterday, they lost to Mississippi State by a final score of 3-8. But as of today, They beat the Mississippi State Bulldogs, the number 2 ranked team in the country, keep in mind, by a final score of 9-5. At one point, the Kent State Golden Flashes were up 7-1 and then extended their lead to 9-2 in the 9th. Mississippi State tried a valiant effort at the end, but it did not work. The Golden Flashes now move to 4-3 overall, 3-0 at home, and 1-3 on the road. They have a win percentage of over 500 at 571, and their next game is next Friday against Salem University in Kent, Ohio.
Wow, that episode of Overtime went by in a flash. Get it? Well, even if you didn't like my pun, I hope you loved the episode, and we'll see you back next week for even more Kent State coverage. From Austin Arnold, I'm Ben McMillen, signing off.